Welcome back to the channel. It's Saturday morning, about the middle of February here. We had a nice ice slush storm last night, freezing rain. I think it's melted off, so we're going to go on a road trip here in a few minutes to see one of the youngest Minneapolis moline enthusiasts in the state of Ohio, and I'll introduce you to him here shortly when we get up there. But just wanted to show you, I didn't get a whole lot done this week. I did get the plug out of here, which later today we will plumb in, and I got a plug for the old hole. Talked to Phil, he's ordering hydraulic parts, and then the only other thing I really got done was, if you can see here, I got around the door, I got the weather stripping in, and got it on the other door, and then I got seal around the windows here. Not that it helps a lot because those windows don't fit great, but got some seals in. I did that last night just to it's one thing I could get done this week. The weather was not great and for coming out here, and work was crazy, so at least I got that little bit done. And it's time to road trip, and be back here in just a little bit and introduce you to the little man. All right, we made it up to their destination here at Joe Pro's, and he's got is that a 66, 670 in here? It's the Wogamats?
Yeah, local guys.
Local guys, guys that bought the UB from me, this is theirs, but they're having problems with the PTO, so Joe pulled the whole seat and hydraulic housing off, because you have to in order to get in here to the rear end, and all that kind of down into the bottom. Those are clumps of metal because it grenaded basically.
Yeah, it's the fingers off of the PTO clutch drive discs.
So he's hard at work on this. I saw the fender sitting outside, but it's nice taking the fender off, gives you a lot more room to work in here. And then you got to
to get the control rod out, you got to take the fender off and take the rear housing off, and then you pull the shaft out, which I've got at the machine shop right now, getting a sleeve put on it because there wasn't much left of the inner hub on the PTO clutch. So got to get some new parts and get some stuff welded up, and we'll get it back together for him. It's been a long project, and
you did a bunch of work to this last winter, didn't you?
It's going to be a long project for them. It was his grandpa's, and he wants to fix it up and get it back to where he can use it and make some hay with it. They've been using it to make some hay the last couple of years, but the PTO clutch went out on them. And
you doing the brakes on it too?
Yeah, we're doing the brakes and the inner brake seals.
Why you got it tore down like this?
Yeah.
He was just showing me, like on these clutch discs, how on here there should be these fingers all the way around, and they're gone. So yep, hard life, and probably did a lot of bailing and a lot of stuff like that. So
well, when you do these brakes, I don't have it off yet, but when you take the inner hub off, you can only do one side at a time, because otherwise it won't support the differential.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's bearings on each side. They'll just go. That's why you can only do one side at each time. Yeah. It's pretty gross in there. You gotta clean that up, and you get that off.
Trust me, I've been dealing with brakes on that A4T. Not loving it.
But for as not pretty as this thing looks, it actually runs excellent.
Good running diesel.
Yeah, it runs excellent.
And over here we got his block out of his 70 302 diesel. He's working on, and it was not running when he got it, so
it was locked up. It had number 3 and 4 cylinders were stuck, so we're gonna do a complete on a frame and get it rebuilt right.
That'll be nice when it's done. All right, well, he's got his seat off his 950 down there. He's doing some work too, and he's got a new shock there that he got from Chris Quatman. So sure, here in a few minutes we'll walk around and see some of the other tractors. Well, we're back here messing with, this is a 585, I think, that came out of that A4T I'm working on. We're trying to get the pump off. We just got this line off. I need that line because I was missing that line. And yeah, that might be the 585 over there, if you can see it in the corner. That was on the 1355. Here's another 585 here. Joe's got a Z back here, and then there's a 403 power unit. And sitting out there, it's his 70 diesel that, since he's got the motor out of it, unfortunately, I know it's killing him sitting outside.
It is.
But anyway, he's having to do some gymnastics to get back here, and then we're both doing gymnastics to, because this thing's way back in here. But okay, I gotta shut off the camera and help. All right, we got the pump off. So here's a mulling spreader that Joe's got, still uses.
Yeah, we use that often.
Here's the 403 power unit. He's doing a little work on this Z over here. Was this Z your grandpa's?
It was my great-grandpa's.
Great-grandpa's? What year is it?
A 51. It's a 51 Z.
Yeah, 51.
Yeah.
Then I'll walk out here real quick to the 302 diesel. That's a big crankshaft down there. It is so weird today. The ground's frozen. We got water on top of the ground, and tomorrow's going to get cold, get super cold all week. It's going to be a mess. But anyway, here's his 7302 diesel, and he's got the motor out of. So, like you said, it was locked up, but external steering cylinder, so you know it's a 70. And it's just sitting out here, and I know it's killing him, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do in order to get by, because you can't fit everything inside. So that's I was kind of wondering what size filter that took, because I think it's the same one that's on mine that's down at my uncle's that hopefully I'll be bringing home this spring. Over here we've got 670. This was his grandpa's 670 diesel sitting in here. I am not sure what year this one is, but we'll have to ask him when we walk back over there. But fortunately his grandfather passed a couple years ago, but Joe got a few of his tractors, so that's a good thing. He's got it on his Woods 72-inch bush hog there. But yeah, overall, really nice 670 here. And we'll walk back over. He's got some weight sitting there. A Moline quick hitch. And this is the 50 series quick hitch. Because down here, see how it bumps out there? That's so it'll fit the 50 series tractors. But this one's been welded on a few times, looks like. Here's Joe's 7302 gas, and we've got little Joey out here, who's the youngest fan in Ohio, right here. And he loves sitting on these tractors. What kind of tractor is this, Joey? 302?
302.
Yeah?
Yeah. You want the key on? Alright, here. The light's on?
See?
Yeah, that one doesn't have one on that side.
You like the lights? Yeah?
He's like, where's the light on that fender, dude?
Where's the throttle?
Back here.
Right
Yeah.
there? Yep. Where's the steering wheel? Right there. Where's the brakes?
Down.
Down there. Yep.
Good job, buddy.
Back here.
Yeah.
Where do you shift the gears? Right there. Oh yeah, you got that down. Where's the clutch?
Where's the clutch, Joey?
Pepper.
That's
Muffler?
The muffler, yeah.
We got the muffler.
Hey, where's the clutch? Those are the brakes. Yeah, it's over
Yeah,
here. Good
on the
job.
other side. Good job.
Hey, where's the air filter? Yep.
Yep.
And what's this?
Waffle.
Yep. Where's the fender? Where's the seat?
Yeah.
Where's the horn that it doesn't have? Where's the horn?
Beep.
Beep beep, yep.
What?
Where's the flashing light? Now, where's the flashing light? Where's the flashing light? Why are you messing with me? Where's the flashing light, Joey? See, he knows that this.
What color is this tractor?
Yellow.
Yellow? What kind of tractor is this?
Yellow.
Yellow tractor?
Yeah.
Is it a mini, what is it?
He's a hair shy.
Being shy?
Is it a mini mo?
Yeah.
Can you say mini mo?
Sit.
It's your seat?
Well, hey, we've all heard you say mini mo. Can you say mini mo?
Mini.
Thank
Mini
you.
Mo, all right.
Oh crap! Where's the tires? Yeah.
Yep.
Where's the engine? Yeah.
You know all the
Yeah, he
parts.
knows it all.
Need to hand you a wrench and let you get started.
Hey, where's the torque at? That's our newest one. Where's the torque? That's the throttle. Where's the torque?
Right over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the last one that we've been learning.
All right.
What do you think?
It's the best part of your day when you get to sit on the tractor? Yeah? You drive the tractor?
He said drive out. Did you hear him?
Hello.
Hey, we can't drive it outside today, buddy. We can't
You look
drive it
pretty
out
you look
today.
pretty special setting up there.
Yeah, he's ready to go. Here, can I push you back up on the seat, buddy?
There you go.
Okay.
But yeah, this is Joe's 7302 gas. This was, I think, what do you say? This is 2 or 3 away from the serial number on mine.
This is either 33 or 36, or yours is either 33 or 36.
Yeah,
So
they're
is that
real
actually-
close together.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Mine came. This one came out of New Jersey, I want to say, and mine came out of North Carolina. It's got the pressed steel wheels.
Yeah, I got good wheels.
Yeah, you got good wheels. I ended up with good wheels on mine. It's got his 3-point.
What, buddy?
Yep, fenders are pretty straight on this one. That's pretty good. Over here, he's got his 66 302, which he restored. What year did you repaint your 66?
Oh, 2012, so 13 years ago.
13 years ago. He uses this quite a bit.
And it's done, I think I figured it's planted like 2,000 acres of soybeans since then, and done countless other stuff. So it gets a lot of use, and actually still looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, we try to keep up on it, and it needs a bath, but
670 diesel narrow front. It's a 69.
that's a 70.
70? I'm sorry, 70. I should have known that. It's got white on the front. What was I thinking? Was this your grandpa's?
No, that's one I bought. Did it down by you there a couple years ago.
Okay.
But the wide front end's at a machine shop. It's been there for a minute.
Yeah.
Getting it all rebored and rebushed and squared up and screwed up.
Oh, just tripped. Tell this is a 69 and 70. They put the close center pump on it and did the tank down here in the platform, and different setup on all your hydraulics. And he's got 2 Gleaner M2 or M3s combines. One's a 2, one's a 3. And then his grandpa's 670 was back there. That was a 67. He's got another
Great grandpa's ZB there also.
great grandpa ZB. Sitting here. And then G950 that came from the same place that my propane 950 came from, same place that Moline Dan's 950 came from that he bought from Joe. And Joe's still working on this, getting it to where he wants it to be.
It's been a pretty slow
Slow process.
going project.
his
Fire.
diesel. And yeah, he's been plugging away at it, but it's still not exactly where he wants it. Hydraulic tank out front here, but pretty straight tractor. And then of course his big workhorse is the it's a 140 but with 145 bodywork on it, or decals.
Yeah.
But a white, what year is this?
89.
89. Full set of weights, and good running tractor. That's his big main farm tractor for running around doing stuff up here. But it's pretty nice. And yeah, here's the M3 that we're standing by, and the M2's back there. So yeah, what do you think, Joey? Is it fun? He wants to go drive the 670, the 67 670 back there. He came out of the house saying, drive tractor, right?
It's a little damp, buddy.
A little wet out here, a little icy.
We're probably not going to drive today, buddy. It's pretty yucky.
Pretty nasty out.
He's like, I don't think so. Kids don't get cold.
No, he was already wanting to play in the mud puddles.
You don't get cold.
Right. All right. Well, appreciate you showing me all the fleet in here. It's always good to come up and catch up and see. I really like that white. It reminds me of driving the ones that my grandpa and uncle had. So, all right, we're gonna have to get ready to go home here soon. Joey's gonna walk around and play. All right, we took a quick drive over to another barn where Joe keeps some of his stuff. So he's got his field cultivator here, gravity wagon, his bush hog, his drills are here. And then over here we got some Molines. We've got his 670 diesel and his G900. So this 670 is a 67.
Yeah.
You've had this for quite a while, haven't you?
Yeah, that came from Ethan up in Michigan, and it was my first real farming tractor.
And got his corn planter back here, new idea.
Yeah.
Corn planter. But here's the other side of his 670, and then he's got his 69 900, right?
Yeah.
It's got the heavy front end under it, and
it did a lot of farming until we got the white. A lot of farming until we got the white.
Dual cone on the back there. But this is a good running tractor, and like you said, it did a lot of his farming until the white came, and it's sitting in here all nice and tucked away. I guess you got the dual cones on both sides.
Yeah, it lives with duals on it. I don't remember why I took them off this winter, but I took them off this fall for something. Otherwise, it lives with duals on it. And
Is that the original top link?
oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's all still there. The clip's still there. And of course, Joe's got these seats too. If anybody's looking for these seats, he's had those repopped. So
yeah, they turned out good. Several guys have gotten them, and they like them.
I should probably buy one from you for when I'm there today for that one on that diesel, rather than trying to fix it up. Which model of drills is this?
That's a 5100, and then that's a Great Plains drill.
Great Plains.
Yeah, 5100 International and the Great Plains drill.
I guess one thing I forgot to mention when little Joey was on the tractors there. So his second birthday is next Sunday. So happy birthday, little Joey! But yeah, at under 2 years old, he definitely knows all about the yellow tractors. So, all right, well, we just ran over here real quick. We're gonna run back. I'm gonna get home, and tomorrow we'll do some work out in the shop, hopefully. All right, real quick before we leave here, Joe wanted to start this 900 real quick. He's rebuilt the motor. He did all the work on this, and one of the things that's pretty amazing about it is it generally starts, it's like 35 degrees, and this thing It's not plugged in or anything. So he said it always starts really nice. Hopefully we don't make a liar out of him today.
Right, ready.
Yep. That starts pretty good. I don't know that any of mine diesels would have started like that. Cleans up right away. Yeah, that runs good. Even for cold oil, the motor sounds nice and quiet. Yep, nice running tractor. He's added some extra LEDs up there, so when he was using it at night. Sounds good. Yeah. Joe works, you notice all of his batteries say Wellington Implement Equipment. That's where he works, so of course he's going to buy his batteries up there. Oh, gotta love the sound of a G900. Well, craziest thing happened overnight. It snowed a lot. This morning, I don't know, it was like 6. I had to get up. I had to go out, and the septic field alarm was going off, so I had to go out and shut it off. It was green grass, just wet. Drove in town to go to the gym and then go to church. Had maybe an inch after an hour of being in the house. Came out of the gym, church is canceled. We have 4 inches. As you can see, there's a nice drift right there. So I'm going to start today by doing a little shoveling and a little cleanup real quick before we get started in the shop. Then we'll do a few things in the shop. But in the meantime, I'm going to fire up the heater. Look at the window. Yeah, it got nasty quick. And yeah, we'll get some heat going. I'll bring you guys back when the lights warm up and it warms up a little bit in here, and we can do a little bit of work today. All right, so first thing I did today is since I got that plug out, I'm putting my apparatus in here. Went to the hardware store yesterday. It's got my thread dope on these pieces, so I'm screwing in I have to go a whole nother spin on the brass fitting there to make sure that it isn't loose. Of course, my wrench is too long. All right, I got pipe dope on it. And I got pipe dope on the electric sender. So since this just goes to an idiot light, the idiot light that's in the dash, this will go to the capillary to the regular oil pressure. I've got an old line on there, but it's old. I got new line. I'll use it up to that gauge. And that's redundancy. The light comes on, got a problem, check the gauge, should be good. Next thing is I need to plug that hole, which I got plug for. Put my pipe dope on it. Kind of had to look for it for a second. Couldn't remember where I put it 2 minutes ago. So we'll get that started. Get a ratchet No, I won't, because that's 1/4 inch and that's clear on the other side of the barn, so I'll get it in a minute. I'll try to hand turn that, and then I'll go get a ratchet and tighten that up. I don't have that done, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put the pump on here and just make sure everything's lining up right, see how everything looks. I got a line that goes here that feeds the back. It's on here, and I just want to make sure that this is the correct length for that. And yeah, make sure everything, I got it here in front of the heater. It had water in it. I'm just seeing it, making sure all the water's out. And same with this line. There wasn't a whole lot, but there was definitely some water in it. So I have to then turn it and make sure that it turns. Regardless, we're probably taking this thing apart over at all of our fills to make sure everything's all right. So, all right, I'm gonna go get a ratchet, tighten up that plug, and then we'll mess with the pump. All right. This thing is not light. Actually, I think I want to get a ladder over here so I'm not working up so high. So it'll be a little easier on my aging shoulders. Stand by. Alright. I don't even know if I should say aging shoulders. I should say aged. Alright. Let's see if I can do this. Ouch. Alright. There's a spacer on here, and this kind of goes into the spacer. And I'm going to pull my dipstick because it's kind of getting in the way. We'll try this again. All right, I got the top bolt through. If I can get a nut started to hold it, and of course my nut's pushing back, my bolt's pushing back out. Wonder if all right, got a nut started. And I'll get one started on the bottom side just to make sure that it's not going anyplace. All right, much better. Okay, so see where I got the bolts through. I'm not going to use probably hardened bolts when I put this together. It's the only ones I had in that length. But the pump's on there. You can see, so it's still a little loose, but this line I'm going to have to, we're going to have to do it in a way that it goes around the where the dipstick goes and still plugs in, and it might push up out of the way. I don't know. That's a pretty stiff line. And then this hose could be shorter here where this line comes out, but I gotta look at this here and see how that works. But here you can see how it mates up to the back of the oil pump. And I don't remember how this one's run on the other one. I don't remember it coming around this way, but we can go out and look at that. It's the beauty of having another one here, although it's not done just like this. It just gives you some references to go by. So, got my hands all nasty. You can see, definitely have to pull this thing apart and just check out, make sure everything's okay in there. All right, so this doesn't even portray the issues I got here, but because there's going to be an oil line going from here to here, but that should snake around to here. There's going to be another line, oil line, going from here, coming out. It's going to have to come out and bend inside of there to go to there. There's going to be a water line that goes from there, behind there, to here. This metal line has got to go up and connect, where it's got a line that goes through behind the radiator shroud to the tank. This line's got to go back to here, and then this can get moved somehow to go someplace else because it doesn't necessarily need to be right here. But that line, I believe, goes up and goes back to the reserve tank. And in all of that, right in there is where the dipstick's supposed to be. And everything's covering it up. Now I think I can cut this hose shorter and move this over so that it will clear. We're gonna have to route this line in a way so that it doesn't cover that up. Because I was looking back at pictures I took of Owen Knight's that's set up like this, who has a moline block in his, not a white block. He's got his dipstick is back here, but he's got a different oil cooler on it. So, yeah, and there's no other place. This white motor is set up slightly different, or I guess could be the same. You could put a plate over that and put it there if it didn't have this oil cooler on it, but that's, you know, it does, and this can't be, I don't think this can be really be modified. So I got to figure this out. I think it's doable. It's just a matter of finding a fitting, that different fittings that go into the back of the pump here that we can turn that hose, even if we cut it back a little bit towards the block, bring it back this way just a little so it goes behind. If you can see, you probably can't see, but behind, and then comes over this and drops down. I don't know. It's gonna be, I need Oliver Phil, who's making my hoses, to be able to give me ideas. But that's where we're at right now. Is this is definitely going to be super duper tight as far as doing all this so that my dipstick, so I still got a dipstick because that's kind of important. Rumor has it you need to be able to check your oil every once in a while. So that's where I'm at right now, and then I got to figure out how to, so granted the line that comes into this is going to be a reinforced hydraulic line, so that should be pretty solid, but there's a bracket up here, and I'm going to maybe have to make a bracket that comes out and catches this in order to support that. I'll have to look into that, because the other thing that wouldn't have been on originally is all this apparatus, which is the heating element that's in here that you can activate in order to heat your air intake for cold weather starting. So definitely some differences in the white 585 than the moline 585. We'll get it figured out. It's not like, oh crap, we're screwed. It's just, oh crap, we got to do some figuring here. And but it helps to put this pump on here and kind of visualize and be able to figure out how this is going to go. I mean, once these lines are on, that would also help, because then you can see how those go. It's going to be very tight on this side. There's going to be a lot of lines running right in this area between the oil and the hydraulics, but it's been done before, so it'll happen. Just how to do it. It used to be a metal line that ran from here in the middle to the oil cooler. I think that's going to end up being a rubber line so that it's more pliable and, yeah, will fit in there correctly. So yeah, I'm going to do just a little bit more looking at this and then figure out what our next thing on our agenda for today will be. All right, I took off the rubber line that was on the return line down here, and I put the other line in that goes up, and if I shorten that up, I do have clearance back on this end. I'm going to go out and look at the other A4T and see how this is routed, because I know that I can move this line. Just talking to Phil, so there you can see how it goes right over that hole. So there's a couple different things. We can do some 45s or whatever he said, but that's one of those things that we're just going to have to play with again, because once this line comes and goes here, and this line comes across, goes here, it's going to determine a few things too. So we might need to have those two lines in place, kind of get everything mocked up, and then figure out how we're going to run that line. But it's good to put it on here. We were just kind of talking through it, but I know he'll watch this video and this will help him understand a little bit more of how all this fits together. So, and then I was looking up here, so there should be a bracket that holds the throttle cable, and back here you can see it right here, but even where this is at, I think what I can do is make one that goes to the back side of this bracket that holds the injection lines and comes out and grabs it right here and hold it steady. That's all pretty solid. I just need to be able to hold this cable so that the end can actuate out here. Another problem I just noticed is that the hole in this yoke is a little smaller than that pin, and then I'm gonna have, if I put a smaller pin, I'm gonna have slop there. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, but not a big deal. I guess if nothing else, I could talk to Phil about the throttle cable on, if I left it on. I wonder where I put the throttle cable, because it had to have a throttle cable on the other tractor on the 1355. So I don't know if that would work on here or not. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna go out and look at that other tractor and see what this line does. All right, so slightly different. So this metal line slightly different. This has got a bigger curve to it than the one I'm going to be using. Definitely, yeah, the dipstick's in the same spot. That line kind of comes out, but see, the problem is that we've got the oil pump up here, and then the hydraulic pump, so it puts it closer to where the dipstick is. But that line comes out on this one, comes out, kind of curves around and goes up underneath there. So I know that it doesn't have to come around this side of the pump like it's doing in there. We can route it around, because I think that goes up and it's like a return line to the tank, and I need to verify that. But anyway, I just wanted to come out and check that out since I got this. It's cold, and I'm just kind of wondering if I shouldn't get the Jetstar out and run the blade up and down the driveway a couple times, just because it is going to be in the lows in the teens and the highs in the 20s for at least the next 7 days. So if I don't do something with this this snow, it's going to be around and probably be a bit of a pain. So I didn't want to push snow today, but guess we're going to maybe push some snow. I'll bring you along for the ride on that. We definitely got, I'll walk up here where, so we got some tracks in the snow, but I mean, I'd say that's 4 to 5 inches or so, but, and it's drifted a little bit here and there. So in order to clean things up, I guess I should plow. It's going to get cold tonight too, so anything that's wet. The problem is underneath all this, you can see out there the dark spots in the field. It's still wet underneath the snow, and it's not frozen. So like, you wouldn't want to go snowmobiling today because you'd be kicking up mud every place. You wouldn't want to, you know, do anything really off pavement, but we definitely got snow pile, which is going to insulate the ground, which is going to keep it from freezing. So it's Ohio problems. Probably in 2 weeks it'll be 80 degrees. All right, got the jet hooked up to the plow. This is an old, I think it's a Western plow for the front that I modified to fit on the 3-point. Works okay. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna move a lot of gravel today because generally works fast when you run up and down the driveway a few times, pack some snow down in the gravel and it freezes, and then the feet on this just slide on top of that, but that hasn't happened, and just with the shovel I'm getting gravel, so we'll see what we can do, just at least make it a little bit better. It's kind of hard to operate the camera with gloves on. It's kind of hard to do anything without gloves on. Oh boy, heavy snow. And the tractor's not spinning. There we go. Gravel. I tried to pack this down earlier, and that's my problem. I'm packed down, it's icy. Oh, this is going to be a mess. Alright. Look at the gravel I tore up there. I'd be better probably dragging the blade back. Yeah, what a pain. All the trouble putting this blade on the back, and I'm not even going to probably use it today. It's a lot easier to do with 2 hands. Not one holds the camera. With it being not really frozen right now. Shut down the camera because I can't. I need both hands. But anyway, you get the idea. It's a mess. I just got to clean this up, try to do a little bit better than it's been. All right, got everything back in here. I did make pretty much a mess out of the driveway, but got the bulk of the snow, I guess, knocked down for now. Just shutting the barn doors, and there's a little shelf where the rail goes over, and yeah, there's like a bunch of snow up there. Just fell right on the back of my head and down my neck. And that's always a pleasant feeling after your hand's already half frozen from being on the Jetstar pushing snow. So anyway, I think this is going to be about it. I got to go throw down hay for the horse and do a couple other things before I go in the house. I just threw a rag in there to cover up the dipstick hole while we get this figured out. Oliver Phil will hopefully come over soon. We'll get this figured out and kind of go from there. yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed meeting Joey Pro yesterday and seeing that the new generation of Moline fanatics that are coming, and probably, I would say like 10 years, but I'm sure by the time he's 8, he's going to be full blown. There's that kid that always talks about those green tractors. I can't remember his name, but he's on all over the... Joey Pro could probably do that, but with the right color tractors. So, anyway, that's about as far as we're getting today, and we will continue this project. Hopefully next weekend I have some more stuff to work on out here, and it's going to be a cold week this week, so we'll just keep working on it. But this is definitely good getting that mocked up. So appreciate everybody watching. If you got any comments, let me know, and please like and subscribe, and we'll keep making these videos. And I'm glad to get the comments that I've been getting, and I appreciate everybody watching.